Hey Kevin. Hey, just a quick look at Rose Zhang's swing before we work on Tuesday live. Kind of some of the stuff we've been talking about. It's going to help. The cool part about it, if you get this much release this late in the swing and this left arm still short of parallel at the ground, it releases really properly into impact. And that's one thing she does so well. There's a lot of lag into it, then releases it properly through impact. By the time hands are still underneath the waist, fully released parallel to the ground. Look at this click. Left glove hand is flat or arched as that right hand is rolling on top. Shoulders are still closed, and the hips are still closed. Watch the hips. Feel the hips get open there. They're almost more closed there. She's kind of Roy McIlroy backs up at it to let this release go by so well as she supports it with the hips and the shoulders. Again, we don't support it turning open. We support it staying in our tilts and keeping these closed so that that's as far as that left wrist will turn down. So again, sort of parallel to the ground there with your left arm. Get it past 90 degrees. Before the hands get past her head here, they're still out in front of her head, and it's past 90 degrees. It's already parallel to the ground up there. Goes into a nice finish. Close as much forward as she can get, up and strong as she can get. Okay, down the line. Comes from a little bit inside, but she does a great job. Watch this. Look at the spine angle here. We look at the top of the head. How's she do staying in it? I guess she goes down in it and increases spine angle through the ball. Release here, it's almost fully released, 90 degrees straight up and down, still outside of her hands. Hands are a little more in, it would knock off some of that push draw, but does very well. Because look at this. Now this part, more spine angle than she had there. And left arm is parallel to the ground. The right arm is parallel to the ground. Her head, she's gone down in her head. Stay in that spine angle to support this release of the club face right back to where the ball is teed up. Just parallel with the shoulder plane and the shaft plane there. And the shoulders perfectly supporting that all the way back there. So that's the importance of staying in your spine angle. And one thing Rose does so well, the knees back to help, the heels back to help, the hips had kind of reverse stalled like Rory, to let that good release pass while she supports it. With this staying in the spine angle and right against the shoulder tilt. Here is when it comes out. Look at her grip. See this, whatever this is here at setup? It's got a little stronger grip. Watch it coming out here. It's no more cup than that. Maybe just slightly, but it's almost, if she had a flat grip and a little weaker grip at address and had it flat there, it would be flat there when it's coming out. And again, from here, the shaft from this click, look at the face there, still on plane. Look at the face there, perfectly on plane, perfectly square, excuse me. Then from here, remember the shaft's not going to get any flatter than this. The shaft's never going to get flatter than this because she's staying in her spine angle and staying in her shoulder tilt. Watch these next two. So now it gets steeper. She's releasing it as hard as she can, staying in her spine angle, staying in her shoulder tilt. Now the shaft gets steeper, steeper, steeper. Again, it's almost parallel to the ground up there by the time she's fully released there. Spine angle, shoulder tilt. She does as well as anybody and allows her to hit one of the best releases on tour. Obviously, do a lot of the stuff we've been talking about. It's a lot easier. But again, it comes from this part of it. Getting the release out there. Perfect release. Supported by hips maybe open 45, shoulders 45 tilted. 45 open, 45 tilted hips and shoulders there. Again, look at how down the arms are as it's almost starting to fully release there, past 90 degrees, and especially there, she's pushing her arms down and getting this fully released, so she's never late with it, and it's always supported by the shoulder tilt and the body angle. Again, if that's the most you can, that's the most you can close this. That's the most you can close this face down. It's not, you can't, you have no more range of motion. The top of her glove hand's facing right here. The palm of her back hand's facing right here. She can't turn it any farther this way. She can't turn those down any farther that way against that shoulder tilt. So she gets to release it as hard as she wants to. And a full release that goes very straight a lot of the time. Again, some stuff I think that just makes it very clear about what we're working on and the importance of it. And some visuals to look forward to on Tuesday. All right, looking forward to it, man.